Not much volume though. Not much volume. Hit that like button, boys. Yeah, hit that like. We got over 600 people. If you guys could like the stream, that'd be awesome. If you guys can sub to the channel, that'd be great as well. Looks like we're creeping on 5,000 here. We hit 4,500 subscribers over the weekend, it looks like. So shout out to all you guys. Luke, is this Donbo and Wix 9 strategy? I don't exactly know their strategy now, but I was a student of Don's for the last 2.5 years. So if you know how he traded about 2 years ago, then that's the kind of style that we trade here. So, you know, look for ranges, you know, using the 30-minute 1 hour to kind of predict the daily 4-hour move. That's pretty much what we're doing. Pretty much what has worked well for me. Started learning this from Raja Banks, and he really helped me build the foundation of my strategy. And then you know, was able to find Don, link with Don, and Don kind of helped me put things together and make it a bit safer. You know, and just dial it in just a bit more with a playbook, a solid foundation, and yeah, that was it, man. Took Raja's you know, knowledge, Don's knowledge, and just combined them. Why did you choose GJ and gold? GJ, I've been trading for since I started trading, and gold, I don't know. I just happened to find a liking to gold about almost 3 years ago now, and never looked back. Yeah, I love this pair. What's your win rate? We got about 86% win rate for the year. So this is our playbook here. For those of you guys that are new, we've been having a good June here, man. We've been trading really well, really well. I think we're just so dialed in at this point, in such flow state on gold and GJ, that you know we know these pairs like the back of our hands. So the one thing you'll notice on this stream is that we're gonna show you guys professionalism. We're gonna show you guys patience and discipline, and we're not gonna share the fancy watches and all the BS, but we're gonna show you, and been doing really well these last 2.5 years. So you know, I've been sticking with this one strategy, this one system, honing in, learning the little nuances, and you know, just kind of working to perfect the craft. You know, day in and day out, week in, week out, month in, month out. So June's been pretty well here for us. We also, you know, in May we did really well. I think we were 16-3 in May, or 17-3 or something like that. But yeah, we've been doing well. So as you guys notice, things have been picking up in the markets. June is we probably got, you know, a decent amount of trades here. May was pretty good as well, but you know, things are picking up here. So we are looking good. Volume's been kicking in. Q2 has been great to us, and yeah, been doing well. I believe the stream record right now is I have it here on the overlay. It's like 61 or 62 wins and 11 losses and 5 break evens. So we've been doing well. It's a bank holiday? Yeah. That it is. How did you link with Don? Just found him on YouTube. Please don't stop at the lives. Nah, we don't plan on stopping the lives for for a while. Can you please explain about lot size? Do you use fixed lots or flexible lots? I use flexible lots. So I use 10 lots. So like, let's say on a position like this where we had sell stops in the break of the lows, stops above previous candle, this is about 21 pips. So I would have 10 lots on this position. Now let's say the top wick on the candle though was just a bit steeper, right? Let's say this candle was maybe up here, right? And we were forced to have stops up there. Well, this is now at 35. You know, once we get above like 35, that's when I'll typically start to be flexible and, you know, take my lot size down to like an 8 lot, you know, maybe a 7 lot, but usually it's either 10 or 8. And yeah, so I'll just adjust it. You just got to adjust things, gang, right? You just got to use your brain a little bit, you know, and understand, hey, you know, if, you know, anything over 40 pips, I tend to lower the lots because I don't want to risk 4% on my account. I will if the setup is really there and there's no other option, and you know I'm only going to take an A+ setup. So either way, win or loss, I have to do my job by taking that setup. And but if it's anything lower than, you know, 35, 40 pips, I just keep a 10 lot. I used to, so what happened too is I used to risk percentage based. And let's talk about that for a second, because when you risk percentage based, so like what I would do is I would risk like 3% per trade, let's say, or 2% per trade. So let's say I was risking 3% per trade, and you know, I had sell stops on the break of the lows. Well, the one thing I didn't like about using percentage based only was that let's say we had a really tight stop loss, like let's say this one, right? 15 pips, 16 pips. And we were going to use this stop loss here. Well, now I was still risking 3% with a really tight stop. So in a way, I was thinking this isn't working for me, right? I was way more comfortable up here with a 3% because if I'm using a tighter stop loss, that should be a good thing, right? I should be excited about that. So if I'm risking the same either or, that just didn't make sense to me. So because I'm thinking, hey, if I just switch it and use a 10 lot, well now instead of risking 3%, I'm only risking 1.6%. You know, so you just gotta kind of find that groove for yourself. That was what I thought was like, you know, it was almost a disadvantage to me if I ended up using current candle stops or having tighter stops, where that should be a good thing. But when you're only risking a fixed percentage, then it kind of becomes a disadvantage because now you have a tighter stop, but you're still risking, you know, that same amount. So yeah, so that's my thoughts on that. You know, the adjustment came to me when I was getting stopped out on current candle stops, like maybe like a year ago. And I would think to myself, damn, dude, like I could have only lost 1.6, instead I lost, you know, 3%. And that's when I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to use fixed lots here. Fixed lots, and you know, if I have to adjust it, I have to adjust it. If it's too big, it's too big, it's whatever. But yeah, so because then now if I have a tight stop loss, well that's an advantage for me, not a disadvantage, right? It becomes an advantage. So because I can risk less money now. So yeah, that's kind of like my thoughts on that whole thing with fixed and, you know, fixed lots and not fixed lots and all that stuff. Let's see what happened here. 30-minute close below. Yep, never broke the lows yet. So yeah, you need a top wick on this next candle here. Let's see. What's your contract size? It's a 10 lot. So I use 10 lots. Love from Pakistan. Pakistan's in the building. Does 8, 9:30 bring holiday on bank holiday? It depends. It depends. Every bank holiday is a bit different. I've seen gold really run on bank holidays, and some days I've seen it just sideways. Kind of standstill. So if the candle closes weak bearish, yeah, that would be a seller play. Yep. So basically, at the break of these lows, you could have sells, but I need to wait for a steep top wick. So I like that the candles are making, lower lows and lower highs, but we didn't make a lower low there. So we need to come up and then break the highs, and then you can have your positions on the break of the lows here. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But yeah, to come down to retest that zone there. Are you in a position right now? No. Nope. Are you with the prop firm? Yes. I'm with my Forex funds. Hey, yo, Mr. Blue Man.
Yo.
What it do?
How we doing?
Amazing. How are you?
What's up, chat? Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
What's going on, Johnny boy?
Yo, Sam.
What's going on?
Yeah.
What's going on, Nick?
What up, brother? I forgot to bring the Zoom guys in, chat. Let me bring the Zoomers in. The real knowledge is here now. Now we cook, we quake.
We cooking, quaking. And all we need to do is tighten up.
What up, boys?
Yep.
How y'all feeling? Everybody have a good weekend?
Yes, sir.
Hey, you know what's one thing, yo? You guys, I seen a lot of you guys going out there this weekend, helping the homeless people, helping people, giving back, dude. I love that, man. I got so many messages this weekend of, even if you guys were just handing out the smallest things, right? Dude, it's so beautiful. I was just thinking about it. I'm thinking, man, time to eat is making a difference around the world. And it's as cliche as it may seem or whatever, like, we're really doing this. We're really doing this, gang, and it's an honor, man. It's an honor to lead the pack and lead from the front, and just to see what you guys are doing, and knowing that, man, there's homeless people that had some food in their belly last night because of time to eat in Chicago, in South Carolina, in St. Louis, Missouri, in New York, in New Jersey, in Atlanta. I mean, it's just crazy. So, in serving each other, we become free, gang. So just beautiful work, man, this weekend. I know it felt good too. Didn't it feel good? It felt real good.
Yeah, motion.
We got motion in the time to eat, man. Yes, sir. Love it. Can you use a fixed lot for any account? A 10 lot for any account size? Nah. You gotta base your risk based off your account size. So if I were you, in simplest terms, man, just what is 2% of your account, and risk that. So you gotta do a little bit of math, gang. You just gotta do a little bit of work for